again. We've come out again to do a garage walk around, and this week we're with Alex. Hello, Alex.
All right.
And his lovely TR7. Well, and there's another one over there, but we'll talk about that later. Right, Alex, tell me a bit about the car. How long have you had it, and have you had to do much to it?
So I've had this since 2019. We bought this, and it was a car owned by my godfather before, Robert Turkoff. It was kept in a potato shed just around the back from the rally in 2005. So did the rally in 2005, had a rear half shaft failure, limped back up here, and didn't really move from that point, other than for bits to be taken off it and to supplement the other car. Yeah, it's been a bit of a restoration project. Kind of my first proper project car.
Because you were quite young when you got it already.
Yeah. So I was 18, 19 when we bought it, and then it's just bits of work and chipping away at it, and every weekend up here in the garage doing bits.
And you learnt a lot practicing this, I suppose. And how long did it take you to get it?
So it took 3 years to get it rolling, but it's still not finished.
They never are they? There's always something to do. So can we have a look at the engine?
Yeah, pull the...
I did a quick video of you moving it forward, so I'll put that on afterwards because the sound is amazing. Because I remember when these came out, I was 15 or something, and they looked like such a fast car, but they were quite disappointing.
Yeah.
They didn't have much going them.
So we call this a bit of a 10-footer. It looks great from 10 feet away. It's not always perfect.
But it's a used car, isn't it? That's how they should be. You don't want it too neat and tidy, because you'd be worried about taking it out in the rain or whatever.
But no, the engine's actually never been out of this either.
Oh, really?
So
this is a TR7 though. It's not a TR8.
It's a TR7, yeah.
Right.
So while we've had it, the engine's never been out.
Right.
But it's SD1 engine and gearbox.
Oh, I see. Right. And that's, you said it's standard. It's not been.
Yeah, the engine itself is pretty much standard. I think it's just got a slightly beefier cam in it. And other than that, it's standard SD1. So it's not loads of power,
right,
but it's still good enough to get quite a light car moving quite quickly.
What sort of power would you say it had?
I think it's about 190.
190. And what sort of weight is the car?
Somewhere under 1,000 kilos, I reckon.
Well, I mean, back in the day, that would have been astronomical power to weight, wouldn't it? Nowadays, it's a bit. There's a lot more out there, but still, it's. I mean, you compete in the hill climbs and you don't hang about. You manage to drive it very fast. And that's. I do love a V8 engine. They sound amazing, and I do love a TR7. They're just such good looking cars. I think it's just from back in the day when you think what Triumphs used to be, and then they just got modernised, and this was like state of the art, wasn't it, with the pop-up headlights and do they still work?
Yeah, pop-up headlights, I can flick them up. But yeah, it's always funny with this because it's, you look at a TR6 and you're like, where did they go?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
There's such a difference. Oh, nice. That's great, isn't it? Bit of nostalgia. They don't do pop-up headlights anymore. And I can imagine when they're down, it's great. It's really aerodynamic. But when they're up, it's like...
Yeah. I have that argument on the Moonlight Sprint every year. Someone says, you've got to have your headlights on. It's like, well, they make me slower.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll flick it off just so I don't cut the coil.
Because you're quite heavily into the organisation of the Festival of Speed, aren't you?
Yes, the Motoring Festival, yeah. So we, so it's been kind of 25th year this year, so it's a bit younger than me by 6 months. But yeah, Dad's been involved with it for years.
And it's an excellent, that's my favourite event to do. It's just so, and if you're into cars, which obviously you are if you're watching this, you should come to Jersey to see it, because there's these cars and they're being used and driven. They're competing in a hill climb. There's static displays. There's cars you just haven't seen for years and years, and they're being, there's all sorts, 6R4s and loads of cars. Let's have a look inside and see what this is, because it's all quite functional, isn't it?
It's very functional,
because it was originally a rally car, you were saying, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's got it's got a homologated cage in it.
Yeah.
With I suppose it has to be homologated because of the they haven't got much room in here to get stuff in.
Yeah.
And it's got electric power steering. Is that Vauxhall Corsa?
Yeah, Corsa. Yeah.
And adjustable bias. So what brakes has it got on it? What have they?
So it is. They're Wilwards all round. Slightly older, 2 pots on the front,
Right.
and then single pots at the rear. But they're yeah, it's stops okay.
Yeah.
The problem is my frame of reference is a Westfield and a single seater that I've
I suppose
so
half the weight as well.
It does, yeah, and it's got better. What we've done is we did have the old servo system on for the brakes originally, and one run really on Greg the Leck, I realised that was not a good idea.
What was the problem? Was it over braking?
It was very, very long pedal and not a lot of action
Right.
when you got to the bottom. And I think we did replace the rear calipers as well, and also did a seal kit on the front, which made it a bit better. But for me, I always want twin system.
Yeah.
I find it works better for what I'm used to.
Yeah. I mean, I with brakes, there's so many variations with caliper size and master cylinder size, and getting it right is a lot of trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah.
And sometimes
it's
we
still
don't
not perfect, but
no.
Now I've got the bias, I can dial it in a little bit better as well.
Yeah, that will help. But even then, you've got to get everything up to temperature before you can set it up as well.
Yeah.
And it's a bit hard when it's a hill climb car.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We don't really get that luxury.
It's always cold, isn't it? Cold
throw
brakes,
it in
isn't
and hope.
Yeah. And because it's wide, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So what is it? The Triumph axle it's got on it?
No, it's a Jaguar rear axle. So Jaguar Mark II rear axle.
Is it?
So yeah, Salisbury 48J.
Because that's bulletproof, isn't it?
They're meant to be, yeah.
Bomb-proof.
I don't want to say too much. But it seems to be. Yeah, these have just been freshly serviced as well. So this one and their engine will be sent off. And they they went to Simply Performance, and they've had a slightly shorter final drive put in now as well.
Right.
So I think we're now at 4.1 final drive.
And what was it before?
3.6.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
It's
Keep the revs
a lot
up.
snappier.
Yeah.
The problem with this is obviously because this engine doesn't rev super high. I am probably going to run out of steam in a few places.
Yeah.
But that's kind of version 2 of the car. Will be hopefully a bit of a revier engine.
So it's evolving the engine, is it? There's plans.
That's the hope. Yeah. Is it? You always want to go that little bit further with it.
You can never have too much power.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now the chassis is at a point where I'm happy with it enough to make that next step. You don't want to go and add 300 horsepower to a car and it not stop and not turn. So.
No, but I mean, it's not to be sniffed at. 190 is still a lot of horsepower, but you've done it the right way rather than just do the engine first.
Yeah.
And you've got the car sorted out. But so this is fibreglass.
Yeah, so fibreglass boot, and then with our own sort of addition to the wing.
You did that? Is that an Escort one?
That's an Escort
one.
Yeah,
it looked a bit familiar.
We went through so many iterations. So many iterations of it just looked a bit funny, and I bought one from Alistair Flack that he has on his rally car. And it's like up here, and I was like, no, that looks ridiculous for something that's only 190 horsepower. You cannot have like a massive ducktail on it. So we're like, no, we'll go for something a little bit more subtle.
I think a lot of these cars that I see, if the rear spoiler worked, it would probably rip the boot off.
Yeah.
And it's a fiberglass bonnet, isn't it?
Yeah, fiberglass bonnet.
The whole thing pops off.
And it's another Ford bit bolted on.
Is it?
That's a Mustang Boss scoop.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought that looked like Pontiac-ish.
It
look America. And that's needed, I suppose, isn't it? With the big air filter.
So we did have to. The air filter had to come through the bonnet. So we did need that. And I'm not the biggest fan of a big scoop on the front.
Yeah,
I do think it look a bit tacky, but
I like it when they're purposeful. It's when they're there and they don't do anything. Have a couple of gauges in it or whatever. Is that it's a Holley carb? So they didn't
Holley
come
carb.
with the carb, did they? The S-tube.
No. So Holley carb and then the Offenhauser manifold as well.
Downdrafts, you want 4 downdrafts.
Yeah, the other car did have downdrafts, the orange one that Robert had.
Did it?
But that one, they had a nightmare setting it up, so it ended up back on a Holley.
I could imagine 2 carbs is hard enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
And people, you have to find older people to service stuff like that, don't you? Because it's a dying art.
I've learned so much about stuff because I'm, probably of the generation where so you just plug it in and hope it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've learned a lot about carbs and cleaning them, making sure they're working. It helps being a kart driver.
Yes, you did karting, didn't you? So where the karts are very, very critical of getting the engines from.
Yeah, but these are a little more complicated.
Yeah. Can we have a look at the orange one?
Yeah.
The orange one's a work in progress, isn't it?
So this car we've only just really dragged out.
We'll just have this. What's this one? This is
that's Westfield SE. So that's the little project that my brother's working on.
Right. And that's the engine. That's a crossflow.
So that's a ex Rosslenoa crossflow that has been kicking around for a couple of years.
Right.
And it's going to go into this.
So that's not standard. That's had a few bits done to it. Yeah.
Bits done to it, but it's nothing too silly. It's not going to be as quick as the other Westfield, but it'll
be fun. And I've driven one down the hill at Grevdelec when the commentator was driving his up. I had to drive down, and I had to take my shoes off because my feet. I couldn't get to pedals. They were so close together. You can't really see in there.
Yeah, they are tight in there.
So, this is Robert's car, isn't it?
Yes.
Robert's the guy who owns the garage. And what happened with this one? What's the story?
So this one did a sprint in, I think, check the disc, 2010.
A sprint locally?
Locally, yeah. And he was, as using his own words, he was a little bit exuberant over the line, or off the line, and snapped the nose off the diff.
Blimey, the nose off the diff, yeah.
Yeah, so that then meant it was parked here and has been collecting dust, as you can kind of see. So we're just trying to get it back in a rolling condition for him. It's a bit different to the other car, this one.
Yeah.
This was kind of a bit of a better spec when he bought it. So the engine's actually 200mm further back.
Oh, blimey, yeah.
And a little bit lower.
Yeah.
So you can see the chunks taking out the firewall to pull it back a little bit.
And the exhausts are different as well, because yours go forward, don't they?
Yeah.
These just go back. And what power is this engine?
So they reckon 290, 300-ish, probably on paper.
Wow. And that's a Rover engine as well, is it?
This is a 4.6, this one.
Right.
So it's a bit beefier. And it revs a lot higher. I think it's on the box, it said 7.7.
And what does yours rev to?
About 5.5. So,
does it?
Yeah. It doesn't rev very high at all.
Yeah. And why is that then? Is that just how they were built?
I think it's the lifters. I think that's usually what it is. Is the lifters.
So has this had the lifters changed?
Yes, I think this is sort of lifters. So I think
you need lifters for yours. The 5.5 is that's Subaru territory. That is.
Yeah. But you don't. It doesn't feel like 5.5.
No, it doesn't sound like it when you're going past.
But yeah, it'd be nice to get a few more revs out of it.
So what is the plans with this? What's is it going to?
It's kind of up to Robert to decide, really. I'm hoping that he'll come out and race it. I'll give it a pull. It'll open itself up. It's still a Triumph from.
Yeah. It's got the original dash as well.
Yeah. This has got the original dash.
And lots of additional buttons and.
Yeah. So,
everything. And the cage is a lot beefier. The cage.
Yeah. So we think X Rallycross is our guesses for the cage because it's a bit of a tank.
And what gearbox has this got?
It's a Ford box of some description. We're not actually sure.
Right. And this has got power steering as well.
Yeah, it's got power steering. Yeah.
And the doors are cut out.
Yeah.
What this weighs? Probably the same as yours, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. Maybe a bit more with that cage, but
yeah.
It's a nice little car. This. It'd be nice to get it out again and get another one.
But it's there, isn't it? All the bits are there. It's just it just needs a bit of work and a bit of love and getting up.
Yeah, it's a bit of TLC will be.
And because Robert, he did quite a bit of hill climbs and that, didn't he? And
yeah. So he's still got his Healy as well, and so we're just kind of helping him get them back on the road and get them rolling, and he'll be back racing.
Yeah, nice. I hope so. Because mind you, we'll lose a commentator then, because he does a lot of the commentating.
Yeah, he can do both, I'm sure.
Yeah, but the potential. And was yours in the same sort of condition as this when you took it on?
Yeah, to be honest, it was probably a little bit worse because it had been open to the elements a little bit more. This has always been in this garage where the other one hasn't got a door, and that's where we found the blue one.
But that you had that blasted, didn't you? It was all
so I had it
sandblasted.
Sandblasted, yeah.
Let's go through it.
You still actually sandblasting it was probably one of my biggest regrets because you actually look at the footwell now, you'll probably find some now of there's still sand that comes out the
Oh,
sills every
really?
once in a
I
while.
thought you meant because of the rust you found.
No, but you still get like there's little bits of sand that come out when you hit the brakes.
Oh. Do you watch Urchfab?
No.
No, he's got a Mini and it's mint. And every time he takes it out, you see like piles of sand moving across
Yeah.
the floor
Yeah,
when
it
he's going
is.
around corners.
Yeah. And
It
so
just comes out, doesn't it?
yeah, that's the
Find
thing.
it.
And we've like, spent ages with a Hoover, like getting every little spot out. That we could
Yeah,
find.
and it just keeps coming. It'll stop eventually.
Yeah,
Really.
it
But
will.
that's added weight, isn't it? You don't want that. But this I'd love to get stuck into that. That's
Yeah, we're
that's. I mean, yours is lovely, but it's done. I sort of
Yeah.
lose interest in cars once they've.
yeah.
I like the wounded,
Yeah.
taking on the wounded animal.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's got the MSD
yeah
ignition
MSD
as well.
box, yeah.
And whilst we're here, we won't get too involved because
Yeah.
we'll be here all night.
We can do something. With
We're
this.
just making our way down the line, aren't
Yeah,
we?
so this is. Yeah, this is the Westfield.
This is what you hill climb, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is another one of my toys. Funny story with this one is Dad bought it for himself, and the blue car wasn't ready yet. We were still in the process of working with it. I wanted to do a hill climb, and so Dad kind of said, "Oh, take the Westfield out," and I did. I think the first bully ray I did, I think I got into the 47s, and then we realised it was quite quick. I did another couple of hill climbs and ended up breaking the class record with it, and he didn't want it back. So
I heard he sold it to you.
Yeah, well, he wanted to sell it to me for £1, and he doesn't take card, so he hasn't had £1 yet. I've had to change on me.
Has he got any more cars he wants to sell? Well, he sold your brother one, didn't he?
Well, yeah. It's but no, Dad loves it. He's sort of bringing back his youth a little bit.
Yeah. And I find a lot of people who've raced, once their children start racing, they get their fix out of their kids racing, and you are doing very, very well.
Yeah.
I know you. Don't want to embarrass you or anything, but you're
I'm enjoying
on the driving. What engine's this?
So this is I'll pull the bonnet off, but this is a 2-litre Vauxhall JRE engine. So
What power's this got?
we think around 250, 260 probably.
Is this Darrell's old engine?
No, it was. I don't know where it came from actually. But Mick Johnson had this car before us, and he put the engine in because it came as a rolling shell.
Right. I mean that'd be good in an Escort.
It would be good in an Escort.
I mean, it's going to be excellent in this.
It's better in one of these. Yeah.
And how much does this weigh?
Probably about 550, 600
Oh my
kilos.
God, that must be incredible. The
got-
power to weight ratio is that's very high.
Got a bit of get up and go.
Yeah, and it's got a sequential box as well,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
so 60G sequential box.
Flat shift.
Yeah, on the Gen Vs now as well. So
It's dry sumped as well.
Yeah.
All for £1.
Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah, so we'll he'll get his £1 soon.
Tell him I'll give him 2.
But,
he can double his money.
But yeah, no, it's been an awesome car.
It is, yeah. And I mean, I used to race a 125 gearbox kart, and I was getting slower times than you're getting in this.
Yeah,
I mean, that's and I used to be in the top 10 runoff, so I wasn't hanging about.
Yeah.
But
well, I drove 250s up the hill as well before I did
that's
cars,
right. I remember.
so I did 250. And that I'm slower in 250 now than this, and it's on road tyres still. We will probably whack it on a set of slicks at some point. But
right, it go even faster.
Yeah, it's but the issue you've got with this is it's a special Westfield diff, and it's based off an English axle diff.
Right.
So it really doesn't like the amount of power we give.
No, they're rated to 180, aren't they? Because
yeah,
I've got one in mind.
Yeah, so but it's like it's Westfield's own casing as well, so the casings are impossible to find.
Right. Can you swap it with something else? And
we could, but you've got to make changes to the chassis then.
And the whole diff setup's a couple of well, it's $6,500 if you want a good one for an Escort. You get what you pay.
And I don't really want to change anything on the car because it works as it is.
And it's holding together, isn't it? So you just have to ease off a bit.
Yeah, we've done a couple half shafts, and then we did do a diff at the sprint as well.
Oh right.
But
it could do with something a bit beefier.
Yeah, but then to be honest, it had a few years of being ragged quite heavily.
Yeah.
So it's one of those that it's now very much, while it is still a road car, it very
Oh
rarely
right, so
comes
it's
out.
registered. Oh yes,
Yeah, it's road
registered.
registered. Yeah, so it is, well, up until someone rocked up with an R5 car. It was the quickest thing on number plates up Bully Bay.
Wow.
And then the R5 got it by a couple tenths.
Yeah. We don't count them though. So whose car was this?
So it was Mick Johnson's, but before that it belonged to a guy called Dorian Tyrrell in the UK. And I found out, kind of going through the old paperwork for the car, that we actually knew him from the motoring festival.
Wow. Small world.
Yeah, because he was a mechanic on the Lotus 101 F1 car that came over.
Right.
And so he was an F1 mechanic and built this chassis,
Wow.
which makes a lot of sense.
A good pedigree.
Yeah.
And Mick Johnson's a lovely bloke as well.
Yes,
And how long did Mick have it for?
10, 12 years, I think.
Well,
I think he didn't really drive it.
I never saw him drive it.
No, to be honest, I think it might have scared him. But no, I've offered him a drive with it since, but we'll get him out with it.
Yeah.
He's too
so
busy.
he's busy. He's steward, usually, isn't he? So
messing around.
We don't want to lose any officials. Don't offer him a drive.
Yeah.
Mick, you can stay an official.
Yeah. So.
Right, I'm going to have to wrap up, Alex, because normally I try and make them to 10 minutes, and we're at 21 minutes. So,
Cool.
so I'll put some pictures after this, and I'll get some clips if you've got some clips of it running.
Yeah.
The TR7, because we've got a bit distracted, haven't we? We're not going to go into the Volkswagen bus that's under there, and all the pedal bike or whatever.
Lots of toys. Yeah.
Thank you so much for showing me around. It's been lovely, and there's more sheds at the back, isn't there, with more cars in and all sorts. So I could spend a week up here. Just we could do an interview in each car.
Yeah, we only do a Saturday up here.
Yeah,
and so there's, next 10 years probably we've got.
Yeah, but this will be. Give me a shout when it's done.
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll do another one.
And we'll get Robert to have a chat with you about it.
Yeah, but I do. That is stunning. That is it. And that as well. But yours is done, ready to go, isn't it? That I can see the potential in this.
Yeah.
Alex, you're a star. Thank you very much.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
All right, everyone. If anyone else has got anything interesting, and we can have a walk around and look at, give me a shout, and I'll see you next Friday at 7 o'clock. Cheers, Alex. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Try getting in the Subaru.